is just kind of going around the grapevine and looking to see if there's any like weird sharp sticks coming out of it. Like this one right here is a little bit too far. Tenant loved her box. Awesome. All right. So here's what happened. On Tuesday in the creative coaching group, we decorated our Christmas tree. You guys can kind of see it. It is blues, yellows, greens, shades of brown. It's really pretty. And I thought I had a really pretty oversized blue and yellow wreath that would match it perfectly. All three of them sold. So all I had was that little bitty 14-inch oval. And I was like, that's just not gonna work. So we're gonna make a wreath with all of the scraps left over from the Christmas tree to go with our wreath. Now, things that I want to consider when I'm looking at the tree is this side of the porch is already heavy with the tree. So whenever I design, I'm going to design on that side. Right? So to decorate this side over here. That way it's on the opposite side of the tree. All right, so let's start with our bow. Yeah, I got out of the other video and just restarted it because it was having a bad day. The little Mevo was not cooperating. All right, so let's start. Kathy, grapevines were added to the website today. At least they told me they were. I can double check real quick. I know pallets of grapevines were delivered today. $14 inches on the website. Ovals on the website, 16 inches on the website. It looks like they're all listed. Looks like they're all listed. All right, y'all, we're gonna start with our bow. Now, I am not gonna add a sign or anything to this one. So we are just gonna go with our bow. So in that case, our bow can be overdone. Will the blue handle scissors be back in stock soon? Yes, I think I've got like 2,000 coming in on this next shipment this week. The supplier was like, hey, we have a couple of cases. How many do you want? All of them? Thank you. All right. Let's go with about a 6.5 to 7 inch loop. Your Sam's Club just got the ribbon in this week. You know what? I didn't even like go into a Sam's Club to buy ribbon this year. I did order a little bit online, but that's it. All right. We're going to measure out about 8 inches. Our loop's just going to get a little bit smaller. Are the long glue sticks coming in soon? They should be there today because we got a U-line order in. What's up, Wilshire? I thought you were tired. What you doing up, friend? Mandy got her fair order from Deco today. Awesome. Hey, Greg. How are y'all in the neighboring state? You think Scott probably did sell the display. That's something Scott would do, I think. Tracy needs to buy some solid rolling covers. We do have quite a few solid 50-yard rolls in. All right. Let's get our sunflowers in there. You're in the bed? We'll tell your husband I said, hey. Hey, Catherine. All right, now, y'all, on this ribbon, keep it tight. It is not good. It's not good for big loops. You can see, like, it's got this wave to it, so the bigger the loops, the more floppy it's going to be. So if you keep it to about a 6-inch loop or smaller, it works fine. But when it starts getting to 7 or 8, she droops. All right, let's add a center loop. You guys got your boxes? Okay, wasn't that one thing that is listed as free gift, that's the wrong color? Wouldn't that have been so freaking cute if it would have been correct? I mean, it's still cute. That's why we were like, this is what we did. We contacted the supplier and we're like, hey, this is wrong. This is not what we ordered. We can send it back or we can keep it for the right price and we'll just throw it in the box as a bonus. So thankfully the supplier worked with us and they gave us a really good deal on something to replace it with. And they gave us to us for a really good deal that it made sense that we could buy it and give it to y'all. But Christina, they still have about 500 or so left to pack, and there's a trailer full in our parking lot. So they haven't quite left yet. Here's the thing. It'll make a really cute summer sign, just not a really cute for the theme that it was supposed to be. You got something in your box that was not on the list. I don't know how that's possible, because they pack it out of a different warehouse altogether. So I would contact customer service for sure. All right, we're gonna tie this off. Tracy, if you go to DecoExchange.com, you're awesome, and you can shop for the ribbon. Y'all, here's I think the part that sucked for us was that, you know, Parker and I think Coach Mel designed those specifically for y'all. Like, they picked out the patterns and the colors and the shape, and then when they came in, they were not the right color. All right, so we got our giant bow made. Amy, if you opted in for the signs, then you should have them in this month's box. However, those boxes have not shipped yet. They'll be the last boxes to go out. Yeah, so if you upgraded, I wonder what y'all got, because there's not extra supplies in that warehouse. Unless Parker added something and it wasn't on the list that I got to make the flyer from. Y'all, it sounds like Parker added something to the box. The other side. Yeah, that would be good. So, y'all, I'm just going to take it and turn it upside down. I wonder if Parker added something and then didn't tell me, so it didn't make it to the price list. Because you guys all can't have an extra item. Like, there's literally nothing in there. That warehouse only houses the monthly box stuff. So if all of y'all got it, he had to use it to replace, maybe that's what he replaced the damaged item with and didn't tell me. So someone asking about Jordan. Y'all, if you guys didn't see Jordan's post, his grandmother passed away. So he is taking care of family stuff right now. He may not be doing the 11 and 2 every day right now. But we are going to respect that and let him take the time that he needs. All right. Julie said she didn't have an extra item. I'm real confused. You know what I'm going to tell y'all? Email customer service, because that's Parker's department, and so are the boxes. It's info@damonotes.com. All right. Y'all, let's trim this up a little bit. Beth, the customer service team is actually not busy. They're all caught up, so they should be responding to you immediately. So are you calling 337-378-0002 during 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.? And outside of that, we also have like a phone people that answer after hours. So there's no excuse why customer service is not responding to you right now. All right, let's keep trimming these. Especially when they told me yesterday they were all caught up. Eric, I saw your post. Sorry to hear that. All right, so our bow is looking good. It's looking big. So like I was telling y'all earlier, we're not adding a sign. So I made the bow larger than needed to be, right? That way it kind of covers some of that inner gap right here. Normally our bow would be a little bit smaller and would not fill in as much of the space that our sign would also fill in. All right. So y'all, now all I'm gonna do is take all of the leftover green, and flowers and stems that we used in the tree. They're all on the floor or on my table. And we're just gonna start putting some of those pieces right into our grapevine so that'll all blend together. All right, so I'm gonna start with greens. Did I miss a blue tail? Yep. All right, now see how this stem has a nice spot right there in the middle? I can cut it out. I'm gonna go ahead and do that and make those into 2 pieces. Yeah, the warehouse is caught up on orders. I think they're shipping the 4th or 5th right now. And customer service is caught up. We're finally not drowning, y'all. So I do just want to mention, in case you guys don't know, a lot of the stuff that we sell and ship, like all of the signs, all that kind of stuff is made in-house and it's made to order. So that means that in most cases, we will never ship same day. So if you're expecting that, you probably won't get it from us. But, you know, if you order on Monday, then the team prints, packs, labels your stuff on Tuesday, and hopefully it gets shipped on Wednesday. So just keep that in mind when placing an order. And if you need your stuff shipped right away, then, you know, don't order any of the signs that we print in-house, because it could delay your order a little bit. If it's just, you know, ribbon or grapevines or frames, the warehouse team may grab it and ship it out the same day at this point. The number on the greenery that I'm using right now, I believe I just threw those away. But I'll look and see if they're on top of the trash. Do I know the Roussel brothers? Is it Russell or Roussel? All right, so I don't know if this is right or not, but this was the only tag right on top of the trash. It's FG5731. All right, so you can see we're starting to build out that green. Who won the prize? I don't know, I've been live. All right. Y'all, now I can take these and use them to build out a little bit behind. Right back here. And then I'm going to use one to build out this way a little bit. I just saw someone put their 3-digit number guess in the chat. You have to respond to it in the text message. That's where it's going to be recorded. First time watching? Well, hello, Lou. Right now we are just, you know, greening our base, putting that hot glue to use. All right, so I just took those greenery stems and I just kind of rounded out this side over here. Michelle, I think the most important thing in business is being transparent, and that's as transparent as we can be, right? That's why anytime we're behind, we definitely let people know. Oh, I have a funny story. Okay, how many of y'all have ever placed an order with us and your order was behind a little bit and got an email from Parker saying, hey, I just want to let you know that XYZ happened. It could be we can't get boxes, or the shipping company didn't show up, or we're behind. How many of y'all have gotten those emails? All right, let's add our sunflowers next. Susie's got no, listen, it happens, right? There's been a couple times where we just can't keep up, right? But we try to be transparent. We try to let you know. Y'all, some lady was real mad because she said we had no communication with her. Y'all, she had unsubscribed from the email list. And then she sent me a text message complaining about, you know, DecoExchange. And I was like, well, let me see why you didn't get the emails, let you know that we were behind XYZ. Just, you know, I'll make sure everything's good. I went to go check. She had unsubscribed. And her last email was like, y'all are annoying. Don't ever talk to me. Last year. But she kept ordering and didn't know why she wasn't getting any of her messages. So, be careful what you unsubscribe to. All right, let's get these in here. I was like, well, ma'am, you chose not to be told about it. Thank you. Bye. Block. I unsubscribed her from text message. It's like, I don't need that. Thank you. Bye. Has anyone ever worked with a work wreath form? Yes, almost every day of my life. At least since 2000 something. Hey, Vanessa. Also, another thing to tell y'all. Thank you because of your support and shopping with us and, you know, allowing us to have a business where we can do good things. Today, I don't know why, after I went and got my facial, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go run down to Tractor Supply and get Roo some new toys because he needs new stuff every day. Whenever I was walking out, there was a lady there with set up with a program. It's called LEAD, and what they do is they basically go into schools and they give kids packages and programs and all kinds of things, and they discuss bullying and drugs and all those things with kids to help them, you know, not follow down that path. And, you know, they needed a certain dollar value to sponsor a whole school program, and they were trying to do it for every school in the area. And I was able to just pay for it. Not just one bag, I was able to pay for the whole school. And I couldn't do that without all of you. So all of you who show up and support DecoExchange, y'all, even if it's just watching a video or sharing a post or commenting on a post, you help our business. And because of you, we were able to make a donation today that covered a whole program that's going to teach kids and give them basically swag bags for, you know, an anti-bully and anti-drug program. So, thank y'all. You know, if I was still working my 9 to 5 and we were just engineers and we didn't have all of this, I would have still donated. It's who I am. But, you know, I might have donated one class. I would not have just been able to walk out of the store and be like, sure, let me take care of the whole school, right? And I can only do that because of your support. And I know a lot of people say you shouldn't brag about the good deeds that you do. But I don't want you to think these are bragging. This is me truly appreciating you for allowing me to have the resources to do that. And I hope everyone sees this as that. I'm truly thankful for our business and for you because you allow me to do things that I could not have done before. The lady cried and she said, no one has ever just walked up and said, sure, I'll do the whole school. She said they've done like corporate sponsors where they've had to like go pitch these ideas and all kinds of stuff. Right? Thank God Rue needed that new bone. That new bone. I don't know. I think it's important for me to tell you the impact that you're making and that we're making together. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but it's all right. Also, I know, I saw Veronica comment, so I know people like Veronica's daughter hears us. I know that some of your grandchildren watch with you. I know that some of your children watch with you. And I think it's important for us to lead by example, and they don't know the examples unless we tell them, right? All right, y'all, we're gonna fluff these out. Y'all, I think I realized the importance of, sharing those good deeds a couple years ago whenever it was as simple as stopping in a Burger King and buying 10 Whoppers and feeding the homeless that I passed on the way to Michael's. And when I told people I did that on Facebook, I got so many messages and text messages saying, hey, I just want you to know, I never thought about it. But I was inspired today at lunch when I ordered my cheeseburger to order an extra one, and I just gave it away. And I realized the impact that just sometimes saying it out loud makes other people think about what they could do for someone. All right, y'all, I'm going to use 3 of the blue ones. These are 60919. They are sold out, but I really wanted to use them. So I'm probably going to add 3 of these to the top and to the bottom. All right, so I've got one here, one here. I'm going to bring one right into the bow. So that way that color kind of gets spread out. What's up, Amber Strong? Amber, I need to mail that other wreath. This one is also going to have lemons, so don't watch too close or you're going to want it too. And I need it for my door. Y'all, something bit me on the back of my leg right there when I was out like walking between the two buildings. Does that mean it's already mosquito season? It's been so long since we've had mosquitoes. And I was like, what the heck? It's like right above the back of my knee, right there. Michelle likes to surprise the car in the drive-thru and pay for your order. It makes you smile. Awesome. So used to, whenever I would go to Michael's like 2 or 3 times a week, because, you know, I needed all the things. There was this group of homeless people that were always on the same corner. And they were nice, respectful, friendly. They had dogs. They had, you know, things. And I would always make sure that I had something in the car to give them. Oh, thanks, Mary. All right, so we're going to continue that blue. Y'all, after the challenge, I was also invited to go to the elementary school, to the people that were impacted by the tornado the most, and hand out ice cream. There was a lot of kids, not really, you know, my thing. A lot of kids, a lot of happy kids, so that was fun. But it's still, you know, nice to see the impact on the community and what they needed. And, you know, that day they just needed their morale lifted. And if eating chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream while on a diet with 600 little kids was what they needed, I was there for it, friends. All right, y'all, let's bring a little bit of that blue up here. Ticks? Girl, I better not have no tick. What the heck? Casey, it hasn't always been mosquitoes. Like, we haven't had mosquitoes in a while. Those kids will grow up to all sorts of people. You know what? This was the first... Okay, so there is... All right, let me just backtrack completely. You know, I live in the area currently where Hurricane Katrina really messed up a lot of people's lives, right? And a lot of people all around the country, world, everywhere, helped these people whenever they were in the worst shape that they'd ever been. They showed up with food, with housing, with supplies, all the things. And their response to that, once they got back on their feet, was to create a nonprofit called St. Bernard Gives Back. And, you know, so now whenever there's major national disasters, these people get in their food trucks, in their wagons, and they go take care of people. They bring supplies, they cook meals, they do all kinds of things. And, you know, whenever we fed Airbnb at that point, and that's who we went through. We went through St. Bernard Gives Back. We know the people that run it. It's a very good organization. They're all local business owners. You know, 100% of that money goes back to the community. So it's a safe place for us to donate. And this was the first time that they ever like stepped out of what they normally do and stepped in front of kids to make an impact. And I think it's super smart for them because those kids are going to be the next people who run that organization, right? Those are the future leaders of St. Bernard. And if you don't start impacting them now and showing them good deeds and showing them what the people of the parish are capable of, they're not going to know. So bringing them ice cream on a bad day was the first introduction to St. Bernard Gives Back. All right, let's look at our wreath. How is the tiny house project going on? Right now we have quite a bit of money saved for the tiny house, but it doesn't make financial sense to buy a tiny house right now. They're going for about 2.5 times what they're worth. So, you know, if we just hold out a little while and help other ways and not build a tiny home right now, when the market normalizes again, we'll be able to build twice as many for the same price. So, you know, that was some hard conversations and decisions that we made as a nonprofit to, you know, we can help one person today, or we can help 3, 4, 5 in the future. But all that money is safely stored away, waiting for the right moment. All right, y'all, we need to get a little bit of lemons and white flowers and a few other things in here. If you guys aren't following the housing market right now, it's a little bit crazy. Y'all, but even the director of the tiny home place that we were working with was like, it would be dumb to do this right now. We're like, we agree. Georgianne, I'm so sorry to hear that. What's up, Lori Cox? Toops? All right. Let's use some of our white. Y'all, our focal point was this flower here with the sunflowers on it. Kathy needs to move, but she wants to wait because of inflated prices. I mean, it's a great time to sell if you have somewhere else to go. Will we have graduation signs? I think we have 2 right now on the website already. You need to put some white ribbon live sold. Yeah, but you don't buy tiny houses that are already built. You buy the supplies and they build them. And the supplies, were not, right? I'm gonna trust that the person who's coordinating the tiny houses is gonna tell me when they're ready. All right, y'all, on this one, I might see if I can get away with just 2 pieces. One on the top, one on the bottom. Linda, I have never covered the back. That's a lie. I covered the back of one wreath, and was not good results. For for the customer, so I've never done it again. So the problem with covering the back of your wreath is if you live in a humid area, whatever you cover the back of your wreath with could become wet, and then that wet item is stuck against the customer's door, and then that causes mold, mildew. Depending on what kind of door they have, it could like peel the paint off. All right, I need one single piece of white 60919. Yeah, it's very humid here. Yeah, so the one that I did started to mildew, and luckily it was on my own door. Also, depending on where you purchase the product, you know, if it's dyed, I know a lot of people like to use those inexpensive placemats from a certain store that are dyed with a food coloring type material. Do you know what happens when that gets really wet? It starts to bleed. Do you know what happens whenever your wreath leaves a nice bleeded colored ring on someone's door? You get sued. You know what happens whenever you're not an LLC and you haven't completely separated your personal assets from your business assets and you get sued? You get to write them a check out of your personal checkbook. All right, it's filling in nice. Yeah. All right, the last thing that I want to do is add some of the lemons that we used in the tree. But this one is going to give me way too much stuff. And I don't know if you guys have priced doors lately, but we've had to spend like $3,000 on our back door because inflation and getting someone to change it. So I don't know about you, but if I saw someone a $100 wreath and I put a placemat on the back and that placemat now stains their door and I have to replace a $3,000 front door, I am not going to be excited. Yeah, if you give them the placemat, you're giving them permission and guidance to do it. So I don't do it. Yeah, Carrie, I've sold thousands of wreaths and I've never had anyone say, hey, your wreath scratched my door. All right, let's get a little bit of lemons in there. So if you missed the very beginning, the first thing that we did was we went over the back of our wreath and we cut any sharp sticks off. The next thing that you could do after that, pass your hand, like if you're worried about it, even on a metal frame, just pass your hand over the back, and if you feel anything that you think may, you know, cause damage to a door, like, I don't think it would, but there's this one stick right here. What I would do is take my wire cutters, trim it down, and then if it was still sharp, I would take my hot glue gun and I would just put a little dab of hot glue right over that sharp edge. And you basically just made like a little silicone rubber tab that is going to keep it from scratching someone's door. And that's as far as I would go. All right, let's get these lemons in here. Yep, just a little dab of hot glue is all you need. Especially if you put your stems and you go all the way through your grapevine and you have like a wire stem coming out the back. Definitely add a little bit of glue on that. Yes or no to an LLC? It depends on where you are in your business. All right, I'm thinking we're gonna need at least 2 lemon stems on the bottom. Where can you get the 60919? We will have more in stock later this year, but right now it's sold out. All right, I want to get some of these lemons coming out this way. That spot did not make me happy. There we go. Yeah, listen, if the back of your wreath is ugly, you did something wrong to start with. So just work on your technique and you'll be happier in the end. All right, so see how that one, the stick just came out just a little bit? So we'll fix that once that glue dries. Whenever you're done with a mesh wreath, the only thing that you should see is the back of the mesh. Whenever you're done with a grapevine, the only thing that you should see is your grapevine. If you can see anything else, you gotta start over. Work on the technique, starting and not covering up your mistakes. Y'all, this I'm going to trim it down a little bit. What size grapevine? This is an 18-inch oval, I believe. I needed something big because it's competing with the Christmas tree. What's the numbers for it? They're putting them in the wrong place, Belinda. They're supposed to be texting me the numbers. Okay, I asked a question a while ago, but I didn't watch for an answer. Do you guys need more graduation signs? Do you have a solution for keeping the birds from nesting in your wreaths? I'm going to tell you that you did an amazing job because it's so natural looking that the birds want to live in it and celebrate that beginning stage of new life. Amy Wood found me in El Paso. I believe you posted that, or I approved that today, unless someone else found me in El Paso. All right, y'all, I'm gonna put one more lemon stem. All right, let me hold it up so you guys can see what I'm looking at. See how all this looks nice and full, and then there's like no lemons on this side? Sorry, this side, no lemons, which is actually upside down. No, it's not, that's right. This side, there's no lemons. You did? See, I remember some things, not everything. So many grapevines have gaps that make them tough to work with. So all you have to do is get brown wire like this that's wrapped. Take your grapevine, cut you a piece of your floral wire, wrap it right around. Now this one has like a reddish tint, so it's not the right one, but they make it in a wood color, and you can literally just tighten it up, and it's the same color as your grapevine, so it blends in. Y'all, if you're in the creative coaching group, I would highly suggest you head over to that Q&A post that's in the group and you ask some of these questions that you need. That way, someone on the team can answer them for you. You know, Jordan goes live once a month answering all of your questions. You just have to ask them. Right? So you could have went there and said, hey, what do you do if your grapevine's a little holy? How many of y'all are in the creative coaching group and utilizing that time every month? He does wreath reviews. He has the Q&A. When life gives you lemons, you throw them at whoever the hell's aggravating you. That's what you do. All right. Y'all, I need to sneeze. All right, let's look at the back. We know we have that one stem and the pipe cleaners to take care of. All right, so our pipe cleaners, what I like to do is trim them down, but I like to leave about 1 inch. That way I can take that tail and tuck it back in. This is that spot that we covered up, and then this is that metal piece that's sticking out. So I'm just going to take my wire cutter and I'm going to cut it down smooth, and then I'm going to take my glue gun and just cover that cut tip, because inside that cut tip are wires, and those wires could potentially scratch someone's door. So let's give the baby wreath some time off. Thanks, Lori. Thanks, y'all. Let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see the tree. And you serve them unsweet lemonade. I mean, you could. Oh, y'all, we didn't put... Y'all. I just looked at the tree and I was like, oh wait, we're missing a whole thing. We're missing a whole thing. So, back to the table. How come none of y'all that were watching Tuesday didn't tell me, like, hello, you forgot a step? We didn't add this green or the fake feathers. All right, so it's already pretty full. So I'm gonna take the green and cut it up into a lot of little pieces. Right, that way I can still make sure I get that texture in there, but I don't have to do, I don't have to like overpower the whole thing and start reworking it. I can literally just get a little touch of that light blue. You were caught up in the moment, it's all right, I forgive you. So I just need to bring a little bit of this in here to lighten it up. What am I going to do for my own front door? Well, I have dog paw wreaths on my front door right now, and I still have that wreath with rue in it that I need to use for my front door. But now I have to make something that goes with the rue wreath. Can I back the camera up? Yeah, sorry. I wasn't looking at the camera, y'all. Thanks for letting me know. Awesome, Carol. So y'all, I'm just using one stem of this ivy. I'm always barefooted, Mary. Y'all, okay. Have y'all ever heard Jordan talk about his hey dudes? I was like, well, if there were hey dudes and flip-flops, I would get some. So he was like, there is. So I got some. Y'all, they are not made for big people feet. They're made for skinny feet. I'm like, is this an 11 narrow or what? All right, so I took one feather bush that, you know, doesn't have a, oh, there it is. This is 47691. Y'all, they're like long and narrow. Not for me. All right, let's get a little bit of the feathers in here and not do it upside down. Tracy, listen. I felt like I was wearing skinny flip-flop high heels. Because they have a heel on them, and I'm used to wearing flat flip-flops. But I'm like, you know what? You're going to try them at least for the whole day to see if you like them. I don't like them yet. So I don't know, because I could have swore he said that they ran large. So I don't know if maybe the actual shoes fit different. But they got a 1 star from me. Y'all listen. I'll tell anybody who wants to listen to this. I run a really large business. We're very successful. We have, you know, whatever. I like to wear my Walmart short swim trunks that I wear year round and my Walmart flip-flops. Those $7.99 flip-flops are more comfortable than my high heel skinny shoes. Kathy says she has a narrow foot and hers were too wide to be comfortable. Listen. Here's the... But listen, my foot is as wide as this. I'm like, look, that ain't right. All right, we're almost done. Look, I grew up in a small town, and I still live in a small town. And if y'all think I'm going to drive across town and get some $20 shorts versus my $12.99 shorts, that's out of control. Y'all, I might have to steal one feather from the tree. Anita, Tammy also said to get those OOFO shoes, but if I can't say it, I'm not eating it or putting it on my feet. I'm out. My little Walmart flip-flops are just fine. All right, y'all, when I was looking at it, there's like one spot right over here that needs a feather. So I don't want to take a whole nother bush out of the box. So I'm just going to take my wire cutters and I'm going to go over to the tree and I'm going to steal one little set of feathers from the tree. And they'll never know. Mel said half her wardrobe is from Walmart. Listen. I mean, all my shirts are from DecoExchange, except for like 2 or 3 that I wear from Walmart. But all of my shorts are definitely the Walmart brand. All right, let's get a little bit of feather right over here, and then we can be done. Y'all, also, if you joined the You're Invited challenge and you upgraded to the creative coaching group, I have not forgotten about the shipping video. It's just been a lot. But I will do the shipping videos this week. I didn't want to say anything before because I'll just be honest. Me and the other coaches were kind of on standby, waiting for Jordan to say, I need y'all. And we were going to fly to West Texas and do what we needed to do as friends and not business people. But we've all agreed that we're going to let Jordan take this time with his family, take some time for himself, and in a couple of weeks, whenever he needs to take a break, we're all going to take a friend's long weekend somewhere and just not do business and hang out and be there to show up and support. So I didn't want to make any promises that I didn't know if I could fulfill. But now I know that I'm staying home the rest of the week. I am going to record those shipping videos and get them for y'all because the coaches were supposed to do it before they left, but they all bailed out. See how I just threw you under the bus there, Mel? How'd that feel, friend? Yeah, Brenda, you're already going to get the shipping video. What happened with Jordan? His grandmother passed away. All right, y'all, now we've added all the things, and we'll get it back over there. All right, back on the tree. You know what? And I knew that everyone who joined the challenge would have completely understood that. But still, you know, I don't like to say that I'll do something and then not get to do it. And, you know, our friendships are more important than business will ever be. So that's where we were. All right, y'all, there is our tree and our finished wreath. And Santa is still hanging out, checking it out. Y'all, Santa's over there, just being a little creep. Y'all, this is probably Mel right now on her phone, like trying to figure out how she can get back here to record that video since I just called her out, because that's how she is. She's gonna be like, I'm going downstairs to remake it. I got it. All right, y'all, that's it for tonight. Thanks for hanging out. Grapevines are back in stock. Boxes are on the way. There's a trailer still in the driveway that's full that hasn't been shipped out yet. And there's about 500 left to pack. The message that I got today was that all of the subscription boxes will be packed before their first break tomorrow. So tomorrow on first break, we'll go check them out, see what they did. Other than that, thanks for hanging out. And as always, you can find more at DecoExchange.com or learnfromdamon.com. All right, you guys have a good night. And